What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Khiry, and welcome to Khiry TV. In today's video, we are reviewing the dark comedy slash horror, The Monkey, starring Theo James in a dual role, and it's directed by Osgood Perkins. Osgood Perkins. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name correctly. I probably should have looked it up before I started this video, but I didn't. But I just found out he is the son of Anthony Perkins. If y'all don't know who Anthony Perkins is, he is the star of the Psycho franchise. I'm pretty sure he did other movies, but that's where I remember him from the old movie Psycho. This is his son. Also, this is the same director that did Long Legs. If you enjoyed Long Legs, you might enjoy this. I'm not gonna compare the two movies because these are two separate movies. When twin brothers Bill and Hal find their father's old monkey toy in the attic, a series of gruesome deaths starts. So the siblings decide to throw the toy away and move on with their lives, growing apart over the years. That's basically how IMDb describes the movie, but I'm gonna put it in a more simpler form. You wind up the monkey drums, and then once the drumming stops, a random person dies within the vicinity, however you say that word. Somebody random dies near the monkey. But yeah, basically, wind up the toy. We're gonna do the same format, good, bad, other, and shit, I don't got nothing else to say. Feel like I should have some more to say in between me getting started. I don't. Let's get started. The good. This is a dark comedy. Everybody that knows me knows I love dark comedies. I love dark humor. Anything that's like supposed to be serious and made fun of, I personally like it because life shouldn't be that serious, even though life is serious, but it shouldn't be that serious. People need to laugh, even at the pain. Also, this is a clever concept. This concept comes from, I think, Stephen King, and it's produced by James Wan. The concept of a monkey just randomly killing people like his final destination, I feel like it's a clever concept, just for me personally. I know it's a short story by Stephen King. I don't know the short story. I don't know how it goes. Even though I think it's a clever concept, I do have an issue with the tone of the concept, but we'll get to that later. The monkey, to me, is the star of the show. It's creepy. It has its scary moments, and it is a creepy concept. The monkey is a character of its own. We don't know why the monkey's doing this. We don't know how the monkey got the power to do this. We just know the monkey likes killing people. And I'm pretty sure it's like a ghostly monkey, because 1 minute it's in one spot and the next minute it's in another spot. Even years later, they throw it down the well, then it just pops up randomly. But the monkey is pretty much the main character. There is, of course, the Theo guy is the main character of the movie too, but we'll get to him in the other section, because I'm kind of indifferent with him. But the people that I'm not indifferent with are the side characters, starting with the mom. The mom is the same girl from She-Hulk, if you've seen She-Hulk. I'm pretty sure she's in other stuff, but I just know her from She-Hulk. She was my favorite character. Her dark humor comes from being, I guess, quote unquote, a bad, toxic mother, but at the same time, she loves her kids, even though I guess the daddy left them. It was a weird dual, state with her. Like 1 minute she's toxic and a bad mother and just talking hella shit. Not necessarily towards the kids or about the kids, just the negative mindset or the pessimist mindset that she has when it comes to life and death, and the dad and her raising kids by herself. It just, once you see the character, you will understand, because it's hard for me to explain how she is throughout the movie, but she was one of my favorite characters. Another favorite character of mine is the stepdad of one of the twin brothers' son. I guess he's trying to get like a custody battle between him and the stepdad. There's some type of battle, and of course the mom. But the stepdad, I think he's played by Elijah Woods. I think that's his name. he was funny to me. He really wasn't saying nothing funny. It just his demeanor and his just passive aggressiveness. He was funny. I ain't gonna get into too much details with that. The real estate agent, she was funny with her little smirky comment or snarky or whatever word you want to use comments towards one of the twin brothers. That was hilarious to me. And the girl bullies. I say girl bullies because one of the younger twins has bullies. And his bullies are girls, like about 5 or 6 girls. And for some reason they were funny to me. It was fucked up how they was treating him, but at the same time, it was just funny. Like, you got a little Asian girl bullying you. Like, what the fuck? Also, the deaths and gores up in this movie are great. It's not too gory. Well, it's gory, but it's not obnoxiously gory. And if it is obnoxiously gory, I know I probably said the word wrong, it's for the sake of the movie, I guess. I don't want to say it that way. But the death and gore were satisfying. We just gonna leave it at that. I'll get to the bad, because there is something bad when it comes to some of the gore and death. The editing style, how they jump cut from like one scene to another was very unique, especially doing one funeral scene, because I think it's like 3 funerals throughout this movie. But one of the funeral scenes, there was like a little jump cut that I actually enjoyed, that my whole audience laughed at. And just like the editing style of the movie, it felt like a real scary movie. And I know y'all looking at me crazy, like, what's a real scary movie? Ain't this a real scary movie? The cinematography also was pretty good. It shot like a James Wan movie. It's shot like it could be in the Conjuring, world, but it's based off of Stephen King. So I like the cinematography. It looks good. It looks like it was some money behind it. Now the bad. I expected this movie, even though I watched the trailer, I expected this movie to be more serious than what it was, especially because it's James Wan, and Stephen King, and Osgood Perkins. But it actually was more leaning towards the comedy than anything. I feel like this movie was supposed to be like a Scream type of movie where it has its funny undertone, but when shit gets real, everybody's serious. In this movie, when shit gets real and people die, it's almost comical in a way. It was like laughable in a way. Like you laughing at the deaths versus like, oh shit, this monkey just killed this random person that I care about. Like, what the fuck is going on? So the tone is like 1 minute is funny, then next minute it's like super serious, and next minute it's sad, and it goes back to funny. And then when a sad moment happened, the funny overshadows it. When a serious part happened, the funny overshadowed. It was just too much humor. And it was just like, I don't know, it just felt like it was all over the place. It was hard for me to grasp what was like, should I be laughing at this part or should I take it serious? Because every time the monkey show up, you could feel the dreadfulness of the movie, knowing that something bad's about to happen. But then once the monkey decides to kill somebody, it's almost in a comical manner, so to speak. That's the kind of best way I could describe it. You'll know going in. There are some slow parts in this movie, hence the reason why I fell asleep. That's not the only reason why I fell asleep. I did just got off of work and went straight to the movies. A long day of work and went straight to the movies to go see this movie. And I haven't ate all day, so during the first maybe 30 minutes of the movie, I was eating. And by that time, I was already tired. I was confused throughout the whole movie about the tone. And I just ended up, I said dozing off, but I'm pretty sure I fell asleep for about a good 5 to 10 minutes in the middle of the movie. Because when I woke up, I was like, how the fuck did they get here? How did we get here? What did I miss? And I'm pretty sure I missed some important parts to the movie, but I was tired, boss. Sorry. Like I said, the deaths got a little bit too ridiculous. One scene I could picture at the end of the movie, I was like, that was very unnecessary. The monkey didn't even drum, it just happened randomly. it was a pointless deaths that they showed like towards the end. I think it was like the very last death that they showed. It was like, that was stupid. And it was for comedic reasons too. Because where the fuck did these people come from? Basically the worst of this movie, the problem with this movie is the tone of the movie. You don't know when to laugh or be sad for the character. It was just all over the place. Think of a James Wan movie when in his Conjuring franchise overshadowed by like raunchy comedy. And you going in thinking this is a serious, scary type movie and then bombarded with nothing but comedy. I think if I known this movie was heavily on the comedy side than the scary side or the horror side, I think my mindset would have been different with my approach of going into this movie. But like I said, I expected it to be more serious than it actually was. So my expectation was kind of a 180 basically. On the other side, on the other parts, the main character, the twins as kids were fine. They was played by two separate people. They was fine. One of them was a little bit more, I guess, obnoxious than the other twin. I guess the one twin was like a punk and the other twin was like the bully. And the bully twin was just so mean to the other twin. It's weird. I never seen twins beef like they was beefing. It was just weird. And then once they grew up, it's the Theo guy playing both of the twins, of course. He was fine. I like the fact that when he was playing one twin and the other, I like the fact that it felt like two separate people. I would give him that much. It did feel like two separate people. I guess the reaction to people's deaths that he seen was kind of weird. He almost like he had like a blank face when they died, or just like a brush to the side type of, I guess, emotional response to people dying. I don't know, it was weird. But I guess since he's been knowing this monkey since he was a kid, it makes sense for him to get used to death. But I don't think no human being's gonna get used to death that much when it comes to a damn ghost monkey killing people. So the intro credits at the beginning, it felt very Quentin Tarantino-like with the music in the background and I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Just the credits, the names and stuff. It just felt very Quentin Tarantino. So I guess my expectation of this movie kind of skyrocketed a little bit because I'm thinking it's about to be an artsy scary movie or a horror movie, but it didn't turn out to be that way. And if you like early 2000 raunchy comedy, this is the movie for you. A serious movie fused with a raunchy early 2000 comedy movie mashed together. This is what this movie is. Weird way to describe it, I know, but this is what they presented to us, so this is what we got. And I also put weird ghosts because there was a weird ghost at the very end just crossing the street. I have no clue who that was. Apparently one of the twins knew who that was and his son knew who it was. I didn't know who it was, so it's probably a part that I fell asleep on. It's just like a random ghost on a horse just walking by. And I'm like, who the fuck is that? So I thought that was a little weird. I just wanted to throw that in there. I mean, that's pretty much how I can describe this movie. I know this was a quick one, a very vague review. I'm kind of tired from cleaning up all day. This is my last video within this house. So, I don't know, I'm just tired. Kind of disappointed at the movie, but I still will stay to watch it. I wouldn't necessarily go to the movies to watch it unless you expecting the raunchy comedy, dark comedy that he has throughout this whole movie. But if you going in thinking you about to get a good horror movie, that you about to be jumping in your seat and all that shit, you can cancel that, my boy. I think I'm gonna give this movie cause I had high expectation for this movie. I was excited to see this movie. I thought this movie was gonna be like a B plus or an A minus, but I think I'm gonna give this movie I'm gonna give it a C minus off the strength of the tone, which is too all over the place. And like I said, if I known it was gonna be this raunchy, dark taking over the horror aspect, I probably would have made it like a C pluses, B minus. Cause this movie is funny. Don't get me wrong, this movie has a lot of funny parts, especially at the beginning. It has a lot of funny parts. I was laughing a lot. But again, I expected the deaths to be taken more serious or the situation to be taken more serious. I expected more balance. It wasn't a good balance. It was like a 70-30 on the comedy horror aspect. So know that going in when watching this movie. But that's it. That's all I got for y'all. Sorry for the low energy. Like I said, I'm tired. I'm packing, I'm cleaning, I got a lot of stuff going on. But I'm gonna try to spice it up doing, the post-production part of this editing. Try to spice it up to make this more live. Comment, like, subscribe, all that YouTube shit. Is you gonna go see the movie? Take a girl and go have fun. Expect to laugh, get high, get drunk. Whatever you do to make the experience of this movie, I guess, more favorable on your side.